Hey everyone, and welcome to the weekly roundup for Eve Echoes for the week ending the 26th of November 2023. Yes, I did just look at my watch to check the date. I am awful at remembering what the date is. As you can see, today we're going to be doing things a little bit different for the weekly roundup. As usual, we'll be going through the week's news and rounding it off with some community news. Normally there will be a developer Q&A, but for the second or third week in a row, I'm losing track now, we do not have a developer Q&A. But as you can see up on screen, we're doing things a little bit differently. For the first time with these weekly roundups, the camera is turned on. Historically, the camera's only been on for a few gameplay videos, but I'm going to see how this works, see if it works out all that well. So anyway, yeah, if you like this new format, then feel free to hit that like button and subscribe and let me know in the comments. It will kind of influence how I do things going forwards. But in the meantime, let's get into the video, shall we? So first and foremost, we have the new Black Ops and Needlejack content that has arrived. As you can see up on screen right now, this is the thumbnail for the most recent video that I did, that I released yesterday. Check it out if you want. I'll probably have it linked at the end of this video just in case you haven't seen it already. But to give you a quick brief, what we have in-game at the moment is an option box through the current event. That option box gives us the ability, of course, to choose a Black Ops ship of our choice. Those being the Scorpion, the Armageddon, the Typhoon, and the Dominix. And as you can see up on screen right now, we just have a quick example of the role bonuses for the Armageddon Special Ops. So it can use jump drives to jump to cyanosual field beacons, and it has some bonuses or debuffs, whatever the word you want to choose, for regular cloaks. It's an interesting new ship, but yeah, don't go flying it too recklessly, let's say, because as you can see up on screen right now, the ship is pretty expensive insurance-wise. This kill mail that we're looking at is 25.6 billion ISK. So these ships can be expensive, and on this part of the kill mail, I'm not seeing anything expensive that could be exacerbating the kill mail value, like B-type weapons are out, just C-types. So yeah, you're probably not going to be redeeming these with insurance. So don't be too reckless with them. I know they're a PvP ship, so you are going to lose them if you take them out. But just bear that in mind, it's probably not something you're going to be redeeming with insurance. Alongside these, we also have the Needlejack objects. These can be consumed by individual players or groups of 5 in order to randomly appear anywhere in nullsec. And if you want to try them out right now, you can get them off the market. I believe I saw a Signal 1 Needlejack that is for one person to jump into an occupied system for around 60 million ISK at one point. So it is affordable for a quick jump into nullsec, get some PvP in. I say affordable, I know that's probably a very... yeah. Let's move on, shall we? I don't want to dig myself any holes by saying something's affordable and then someone go in the comments and say, oh, but I can't earn 60 million ISK. I know, I can only go from my own perspective, I'm afraid. But anyway, I'm trying not to dig myself a hole here. So moving on, of course, we have the Interstellar Bazaar. This is an event that we see maybe once or twice a year. Honestly, I don't really pay all that much attention to the Interstellar Bazaar. But as we can see up on screen right now, we have our regular storefront, whereby not only can you buy things for Aurum, cashing in vouchers every so often to discount the price, but you also have a chance of winning certain goods. For example, in this case, those certain goods are a Mark IV railgun rig. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen right now, because you can't actually see where on the screen I'm pointing at. But as you can see, you've got Mark IV railgun rigs. I presume that's an integrated rig, a Capital Mark I rig, an Orca, and a Rorqual. I presume I've got all of those descriptions right. As you can see, this is just a screenshot. I can't interact with any of it. But as we can see, we have various other stuff that we can buy. If you are somebody that likes to buy these things off the storefront, then that's good for you. And yeah, there's not all that much to be said. We have in the store for those of you who want to get your hands on certain implants but aren't able to take part in certain dormant realms. This is probably the best time to be able to buy them, because as you're going to see in-game, we can't get them through the current in-game event pass. That's the words I was looking for, the event pass. There's no options at the moment to get these implants, so I'd recommend using up maybe a 50% voucher on the purple one if you have the money to spend. Don't feel peer pressured into buying these things, because that's kind of how this system works anyway. So don't buy it if you don't need to. Let's move along. So further along into here we have the lucky chart. If you are one of those big spenders, you can get onto this chart and win some rewards. I'm not going to go into finding out what these rewards are, because for the majority of us it's not really going to be all that relevant. We have the Interstellar bonus, whereby you get a Plex refund for the amount of Aurum that you purchase. Of course, the more Aurum that you purchase, the more Plex that you get as the rate of return increases, as you can see up on screen. Again, for the majority of us, it's probably not going to be relevant. And I honestly don't know where the cutoff for my hands is right now on this video. Yeah, I'll figure that out in playback. So moving on, we have the Starry Carnival. This is a page that is worth keeping an eye on, and that is mainly if you're a part of a large corporation. Any big spenders in here will basically unlock free rewards for you. But even if you don't have any big spenders in your corporation, keep an eye on it anyway, because these boxes that we get given through the in-game rewards menu every single day give us luck for free anyway. And if there's enough people opening those boxes, odds are you're going to at least unlock the first 2 or 3 of these rewards in-game. Those being some neural compilers, Lazarus points, and those yellow balls for the nanocores. I can never remember what these are, and there's probably 5 or 6 of these anyway. And if you guys can hear some kind of vibrating right now, that is my phone that I'm using as a camera ringing. I'm not answering it right now. It's a bit awkward to get at the moment with how this is all working. So let's just hope this doesn't come through to the video all too badly. Stop ringing now. Hopefully I should have a minute. So let's move along before my phone carries on ringing again and have a look at the Interstellar offering. So on the Interstellar offering, it's fairly simple. It's the same as what we've just seen on Starry Carnival, only this time instead of it applying to your entire corporation, it is just you, the individual. Now, if you are a big spender, this is the place where you can unlock a capital nanocore. I believe that symbol is... I don't actually know what that symbol's for. Is it for super carriers or carriers? Let me know in the comments section below what that symbol is on the Interstellar offering. I know it's a capital nanocore box, but I can't remember which capital that symbol stands for. That's how unfamiliar with capital ships I am. I might own one, but I don't use it enough to actually recognise what symbol it is. Deary me. Right, let's move along, shall we? We also have the 7-day login rewards. Everybody has this. If you have Omega, then it's even better because you get a few extra items. Most of those extra items granted are vouchers, so a good majority of us won't be making good use of those vouchers. That said, however, there are still the blue balls for the nanocores in there as well, and if you don't have Omega, there's still a good number of skill points for you. I total about 80,000 skill points just from logging into here. Of course, you only get 3 late claims, and it's kind of a bit late into the event, I guess, for me to be pointing these out, but hey-ho, they're there. I guess this video is pretty much an event retrospective as much as it is a weekly roundup, but what can we do? This is what happens when I don't keep up on top of the videos. So next up, we have our regular Plex report. I did check the Plex value from last week's video, and we seem to be holding steady at the moment at 7.75 million ISK per Plex. Now, the most likely reason for that is because people are buying Aurum to get the Plex rebate and then dumping some Plex onto the market, because the demand for Plex is always going to be going up and up and up. and everybody's earning ability is always going up and up and up in this game. So the only reason for Plex to stabilise at the moment is because we've had an influx of Plex because of this Interstellar Bazaar. So we can't complain about it on that front. So if you want to get your Plex in at the moment, get your characters fully Plexed up as much as possible, now's the time. Because this is the one like stable moment you're going to have for the next few months, I suspect. So let's move along. And next up, and I'll zoom in for this one just so that it's not too small on the camera. Achieved. For those of you who are unaware, Achieved is one of the bigger remaining content creators that we have for Eve Echoes. And throughout Christmas, throughout December, words get a bit jumbled up sometimes, he is going to be doing a number of live streams. Now, he usually does live streams every week or two for the Nanocore event, but this time around it's going to be mostly Christmas themed, I believe. So on Friday the 1st of December, there will be a Nanocore competition which will be Christmas themed. On Saturday the 9th, the solar system will be the theme. Saturday the 16th, Seasons of the New Year. And Friday 22nd, New Year theme. So those are the Nanocore live stream competitions that he's going to be doing. It is worth noting, of course, that not only does he give away prizes throughout this live stream, but if we move on to the next image that we have, the Eve Echoes developers are going to be following all 4 of his streams in December. So does that mean that the developers are going to be giving out prizes themselves to participants in the stream? We can only presume so. So if you want to take part in this competition, make sure that you go and subscribe to Achieved's channel to make sure that you are aware of when these events go live. And yeah, take part in this Nanocore competition. What it typically tends to consist of, and I've only shown up to it twice myself, only once as a contestant, you just pick one of your favourite ships, put a Nanocore on it, change all of the colouring in as best as you can to fit in with the theme, go a bit imaginative, you know, use your creativity, and then just chill in Jita. Just walk to the memorial alongside everybody else, chill out, type in chat, interact with Achieved and whoever he's got as a co-host for the evening, and just see what happens. It can be good fun. So I highly recommend that you check this out, especially if you want to see what rewards are on offer with the developers, because they wouldn't give Achieved this much attention if they weren't going to do something themselves. That's my opinion anyway. There's nothing concrete and set in stone on this one. But anyway, that I believe is the end of the video. Normally at this point I would move on into the developer Q&A, but unfortunately, as is the pattern at the moment, we don't seem to be getting consistent developer Q&As. Whether or not the developers are moving away from the official Q&A format, we can only speculate. But thanks again for watching, everyone. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to see me on camera more often and get me used to being on camera in front of you guys, just let me know and I'll do this more often. It takes a little bit more setting up time with me using my phone as the camera, putting a green screen up behind me and making sure these 2 portable garage lights right next to me don't blind me. So yeah, it's a bit higher of a setup time, but I don't mind doing it, especially if it improves the content. But anyway, I will cut the ramble there. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Fly casual.